Welcome to day 4. Let me start by telling you a story. When I was about 19-20 years old, I had completed my hotel management and it was time for me to get a job. And I had two separate job offers. One was from Cochin, which is in Kerala, and one was from Udaipur, which is in Rajasthan. And my home was in Trivandrum, so obviously I knew that everybody would prefer for me to take up the job in Cochin. But I personally wanted to go to Udaipur for two reasons. One, it was supposed to be very beautiful, and secondly, I knew that I'd have more freedom. I'd be like really far away from family. So I thought a lot about it, and of course the brand of the company which was offering me the job was also better, and I was very keen to go there. So I thought a lot about it, and because I was pretty sure that my parents would not be willing to send me that far away, because it is literally 4 days of travel in those days from home to Udaipur. So I thought a lot about it, and I thought about this particular professor who was very wise and also very kind, and he generally was very good at making decisions. And I thought that he may be willing to support me with this. And I had a chat with him, and I said, would you be willing to speak to my father, who wants to take this decision, help me take this decision, and wants to know if it's okay for me to go to Udaipur. So he was more than willing. So we went to his house, me and my dad. And this professor, who, like I said, he was a very wise person and also a very compassionate person. So he was able to see things from my dad's perspective, my parents' perspective. And he was able to explain why this job offer from Udaipur was more beneficial, because it genuinely was. So he put it across very logically, and also was quite empathetic about the concerns that they had, and he reassured them, because of which they then allowed me to go to Udaipur. Now this was life-changing for me, because this was the first time I was staying away from family. I had to take full responsibility for myself. I had to deal with my challenges and obstacles, which led to the level of confidence I experienced in myself, which allowed me to take more decisions and move forward in life. So honestly, I'm eternally grateful to that professor, as well as to my parents, who really had to be very courageous to allow their youngest daughter to go away all the way to Udaipur, which is 4 days away. Now the thing is that I remember about this once in a blue moon, and I must have told the professor as well as my parents probably once or twice about how grateful I am to them for what they did for me. More often I'm focused on the things that they're not doing, or things that I can be more critical about, because that's what comes to my attention more easily. But imagine how different life would be if we thought about all the people in our lives and thought about all the things that they do for us, and really experience gratitude. More importantly, express that gratitude to them. How different would our relationships be with those people? Because these are the very people that we spend our lives with, either on a daily basis or at least every once in a while, right? So today's task for you is to think about at least 2 people in your lives to whom you are grateful. Now these could be people with whom you live your life on a daily basis. It could be a child, it could be a spouse, it could be a parent, it could be anybody else, or it could also be somebody who you meet only once in a while. So think about 2 people to whom you're really grateful, and write about your gratitude to those people, but also express that gratitude either by calling them up, or sending them a WhatsApp message, or sending them an email. Okay, and this is a really beautiful experience, because research shows that people who write letters of gratitude on a regular basis have a far better state of mind. They are able to focus on all the positive things in their lives. They are able to be more optimistic in their lives. And this is a particular study which is conducted on people who are dealing with depression and anxiety. Those people who wrote letters for 2 weeks at a stretch had better mental health and did not go back into depression even after 6 months, in comparison to the control group or other people who did not write it. Okay, so this is a small practice. You could also thank your spouse and say something specific that they are doing, and thank them for it, and really watch your relationship transform when you start doing this on a regular basis. But for today, identify 2 people and appreciate them, and express your gratitude either by writing or speaking or sending a message. Okay, thank you so much and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.